Um, in November there was like Thanksgiving or stuff here, and it was really funny. We were standing here in Opal Gardens, and a bunch of my friends and I were like standing, and all of a sudden fireworks started.
I could be living a very,
It's
very,
really
very
funny.
different life right now. I
It's
wouldn't,
funny, it's,
probably wouldn't be studying Hebrew, and I wouldn't be sitting
friends,
talking
like,
to an Israeli, you
that
know?
was all
Ever.
just fireworks
really-
and stuff.
It's
And
really
the
bizarre.
first idea that got to my mind that there was shelling or like
And on my
bombs or
Israeli
something.
travel document,
Like I
it
felt
says,
like
name, place
felt
of
the
birth,
different
name of father,
backgrounds and
etc., etc. And then
like how I
this
think
little
and how my friends think.
nationality
It was kind of
undefined.
sad. It was like, I mean, what could I do?
Nationality
Yeah.
undefined. My
Okay.
nationality
You watch the
doesn't
news,
exist, you know?
it's in the back of your mind, and it's in the back of your mind that
But we're not.
maybe one day you'll
Why
go
not?
back.
Why not?
Regardless, I
Why
mean,
not?
I had the idea that I left Palestine intending to come back, and this idea hasn't changed. Well, it did change in.
Well, Palestinian,
like,
what do you mean is
it's defined
undefined, you
differently
know?
now,
And
you know,
that,
it's defined differently because
because
at
it
the time
provokes
it's all what I knew.
so
you know?
much,
It's like
I don't know,
somebody
it
who was
provokes
born
an
in a,
emotional
it's
reaction.
like human beings before they
um,
discovered
and
anything
immediately
else out
it
of Earth.
makes you,
Their idea is that's it, that's Earth, that's
because
you know they
you've
wouldn't
been
think of
denied
leaving
that
somewhere else. They
identity
wouldn't.
constantly.
And now
You
we
know,
know that there is
you want to
elsewhere, sort of thing. I mean,
assert it
the
even
isolation
even
fighters
more,
were hiding in
and
the
suddenly,
church.
what? I am Palestinian, and suddenly I become
That
this
was by
strong.
far the worst experience ever. I mean, we were kept in for 40 days. Our house was shelled constantly.
I guess that's a
and,
general feeling when you feel like a particular place or a
Personally, I
particular part of
escaped
you
death.
is under
I
some kind of
escaped
existential threat.
death in a
You want to hold on to it
very
even more,
miraculous way.
especially when you're far away from it. And that's probably why, you know, when you came to my house, you saw all these
it's quite,
Palestinian ornaments, and you felt like
it's quite
you're in a
difficult to
Palestinian
imagine
home,
what
because
a Palestinian
that
state
is,
would
in a
look like.
sense,
What
my parents' way
Palestine would
was
look
of
like.
trying to hold
sitting
on to
watching TV,
Palestinian
and
identity and trying to
there was shelling, but it
um,
was a little bit far away.
instill that within
And
their
my
children.
mother actually was
and
telling me like, move away from the window just in case, because it was so horrifying. So the phone rings, and it's my uncle, my uncle's wife. She's calling to say like, how are things? As I was talking to her,
confusing,
the bullet goes in,
to say the least.
goes through the window,
Well, no, I come from
into
a
the
generation
couch
that,
where I was
you know,
sitting.
they did
just exactly where I was sitting, you know, and then goes through the couch into the TV and lands in the wall.
It's really funny because long before I got
And I
my
was
British
like
passport,
stunned when I was talking
I
to
felt
her
British
on the phone.
in a sense. I
Like just
felt
imagine if she didn't call, I would be that by now.
that
that
Britishness,
experience I
however
really
you want to
wanted.
define it,
So it's got
is
then when you
somehow
go outside
supported
and live outside, your perception of things
I'll give
changes
you
as
that
well,
to me.
and
You
you
know,
begin to define.
what
you begin
are
to
you?
define your identity.
What
and your
rubbish
relationship with
question?
Palestine.
What are you? An Arab or are you British? Are you Palestinian or are you Muslim or
That's
British? And
the
I always
reality
used
of
to
your life
think,
every day.
well,
So
the two go hand in
that's
hand.
it. By
but-
default, that's why you're there, and you leave the country thinking you come back because that's the only idea that's in your head. Then after that, the position doesn't change. I still want to come back, but for different reasons, rather than just because I know nothing else. I know nowhere else. You know.
Not 100% sure why, but I'm feeling a lot closer to my Palestinianness than
My experience
little
of the
further
place
away.
rather than
to the Britishness. Of course, I
the other way around.
I still maintain
the
a
way
lot
the
of
place has been
British
treating me.
characteristics.
So,
I think, you know, speaking in an English
it's,
accent, if you sit me down in a
you
group
have to try and be Palestinian in this place, rather
the-
than
the
you
English people,
just
that's
made to
probably
be
just
Palestinian.
better with them.
But like,
I don't know.
So,
It's
like I said,
intermingling
often why I
both.
compare my
And I don't
experience
think you
with
can
my
separate them.
experience back home.
no matter how hard you try, they're there. They're there. Have developed
Palestinian
this
in Palestine.
hybrid identity of
Can't be other
the
than
both Palestinian and the British and Muslim in some sense. I don't know. There are
The
I don't
more
know.
you
I'm not going to go
express
into all that.
There's
There's all these different characteristics that make a person up. You can't simply go, yes, I'm British, full stop. You're British, you're a Muslim, you're a Palestinian, you're female, you're a student, there are lots and lots of characteristics that make you up. You can't simply use one term to describe you.
You are Palestinian and you'll be treated as Palestinian. Whilst here, you have the option, you certainly do.